Hey guys, under the playlist interview questions for telecom industry, I want to talk about one very important concept that is how to reverse 32 bits of an integer. Okay, so we will see the brute force method and as well as the optimized method, and we will see what are the other similar questions that would be asked. Okay, so the thing is that usually in telecom industry, as I was mentioning in one of the videos, the important things are the bitwise operator and pointers, arrays. Those things would be asked more in the interview. And one of the important questions related to that one is with respect to reversing 32 bits of an integer. Okay, the first thing is they would ask for how you will solve it. Any method, so you will solve using brute force method. They expect you to actually solve using brute force method. At least one solution is ready. Then later on they would ask, okay, can you optimize it further in terms of both memory as well as in terms of processing time. So we will see both of them and the similar questions we will see. Okay, so first let us try to understand the question. I will fix the number n is equal to, let's say 32 bit. Okay, 32 bit, I will take it in the X format. So 0x, I will say 1, 2, 3, 4, then A, B, C, D. Each of them is 4 bits, right? And total we have 8. So 8 into 4 is equal to 32 bit. This is a 32 bit number. Um, yeah, D means 4 bits. How is it represent? So double one, zero, one, right? This is D. So now, similarly, how to represent A? A is like that. B, then this is C, D. Correct? So A, B, C, and D. And similarly, you know 1, 2, 3, 4 how to represent. So let's say 1. So this is 1, 2, 3. For the sake of completeness, I have written all of these so that it is easy for understanding. Okay, this is the number I have taken, 32 bit. Now the thing is that each and every bit should be reversed. Okay, the center 32 bit should be reversed in the sense that if the last 1101 is there D, so the last one should become the 32 bit, which means this should become 1, then reverse means 0, then 1, 1. It should, this D should become like this, then again C should become uh, the reverse of C, and things goes like this. I think you got the concept. So how to do this one? Okay, so first brute force method, mm, let me take the logic. So brute force method is first, this is the n, right, which I have taken 32 bit number. You take the last bit. If you want to take the last bit, you have to perform AND operation, and then you need to actually right shift to the 31st place. So here this entire thing should run in a for loop for I is equal to 0 to I is equal to 31. Okay, so I, this I is equal to 0, and now you have to shift 31 times to the right side, and you store the intermediate result in A. So A should be in the beginning 0, and N you would have already defined, and then there is a result as well. Result is the new thing that also should be defined as 0. Okay, so now you have extracted the last bit, and now the last bit you are moving to the first bit in this case. Okay, then once you do it, the result is 0, so you're doing the OR operation, so that at this point you are getting 32 bit. So we have taken D, right, double one zero one. So here in this case A will become 1. We have extracted the last bit, and now A will become 32 times we have shifted it towards the right. A will become 1, then rest are all zeros. Okay, rest are all 32 bits are zeros. Now this A you are going to perform OR operation with result. So result will be, anyway, result initially it was 0. So it goes like this. Now you, what do you do? So in the n, okay, in the n, anyway you have already consumed the last bit. So now you write shift so that you can pick up the next bit. So if you write shift this n, so let's say the last 4 bits, how does it look? uh, it looks, sorry, yeah, this one is moved out. So the last 4 bits would look like this of n, the last 4 bits of n. So now 0 will be picked and it will be shifted. Now it will be not shifted 31 bits, it will be shifted 30 bits. Okay, so that now how does A look? So this is the one which is changed. So rest are all zeros, and then if you perform OR operation with result, then 1 and this 30th bit will also be coming into picture, and the rest are all zeros. Okay, I think you can execute it in the C compiler, online C compiler, and you can check it. So and you can try to understand this brute force method. This works very simple. But now the thing is, this involves the for loop, right? And that too you are performing a for loop for 31 times. And now the question is, how can you optimize it further? Can you optimize it and bring, because here how many shift operations you are doing? You are doing 31 shift operations, and as well as um, it involves a lot of AND operation or operation, and the thing is that you are performing 31 times. Um, so the next approach is the optimized approach. So optimized approach, let me write the value of n. So 0x 1 2 3 4, um, A B C D. See, if you don't know the answer to this before on hand, then it would be very much difficult to figure out the solution on the spot. Okay, at least you should have some fair idea, or equivalent uh, um, some equivalent questions if you have solved earlier. Then maybe if you take some 10-15 minutes, you will be able to figure out the solution. But otherwise it is very difficult to figure out the solution on the spot if you have not come across any such kind of questions earlier. Okay, so in that way it becomes a purely luck, or otherwise you should be thinking very quick about multiple options in order to get this particular solution. Okay, so first thing is, in the optimized solution, if you clearly observe, we can try to swap this entire. Okay, so A B C D should come over here, 1 2 3 should go over here. Okay, so next is these 2 bits. Within this, these two should get swapped. Okay, earlier this entire 16-bit 16-bit, now 8-bit 8-bit. So CD should go, AB should come here, then 3 4 and 1 2. Okay, now within this we should swap these two. Okay, which means DC and then BA. So 4 3, so 2 1. Okay, now you are getting, actually we got the D, whatever was there at the end, it has come in the beginning, right? But D consists of 4 bits again, 1 1 0 1. Even these bits also should be reversed, right? So in the D itself, if you take first, you need to reverse these 2 bits and with these 2 bits. So it should become 0 1, and this will become 1 1. Then once these 2 bits are swapped, now you should target for sync each bit. So this bit should reverse with this bit. So it will become like 1 0, then this will become 1 1. Then can you see that this is completely reversed? And if you apply similar thing for other CBA, everything, so it will all be done in one shot. I think you got the solution how to optimize it, but now the thing is, you need to write the code for it, right? So the code is, you have taken n, right? Okay, let me write it over here. Mm, yeah. So n is equal to N, you need to first first you need to select this last, right? And you need to select this last. Okay, first let's say this first you need to select. So how to select this first? So you need to do AND operation with F F F F, then 1 2 3 4, right? This will select the first 16 bits, and then if you select um, AND operation with the last four. Okay, so last four is 1 2 3 4 1 F F F F. You have selection. You have selected like this. Now you need to swap it. How to swap it? So since you have selected like this, you shift this by, okay, you shift this entire thing by 16 times, right? So right shift 16 times you need to do, and this one you need to do the left shift by 16 times. Then you perform the OR operation. Okay, OR operation. This will ensure that this last 16 bits and first 16 bits are swapped. Okay. So similarly, if you consider like this, then what I would say, this first is over. In the second part, you will see that. So I will say right shift here. There is a typo. So in the second step, it's like you have to select FF00, then FF00. So here in the second of what you should select 00FF and 00FF. Okay, so that will ensure that within this 8 bits would be swapped in the first off, and the other 8 bits would be swapped in the second off. Similarly for swapping the 4 bits, and similarly for swapping the 2 bits based on the logic I explained, and even for shifting the single bit. Okay, so I think you can further try to understand this logic, and you can try to execute this in a particular online C compiler. You will get it. So I have explained how it works. Now if you compare, for this there is no for loop. So it is executed with just 5 lines of the code, and 5 plus 5 10 shift operations, and then very minimal AND operations and OR operations. Okay, compared to whatever we were doing 32 times, this is much better and much faster, and also here we are not using any extra variables or any extra memory. Okay, I hope you got this. This is actually the tricky question, and the solution is also ready with you. You can be prepared. So the second one is, what are the other similar questions, right? So it is about reversing 32 bit in an integer, right? So like that, there are many questions which will be asked with respect to reverse operations. One is reversing the elements of an array. Okay, so this would be asked on a very simple level. Even they would try to ask you to optimize this reversing operations if you have not done, if you have already not done using optimized way, and then reversing the string. Okay, they would give you string and they would ask you to reverse the string. So here there are again two methods. One is array based. So again array based, it would fall under this category. So in basically in the strings, what would they look for is with respect to pointers. So they would say, okay, can you use pointers to actually swap or um, reverse the string. Okay, um, so by that way your pointer concepts would be clarified to the interviewer. Okay, so this much as of now, that's all I had. In the upcoming videos, let us see what are the other interview questions, especially with respect to C, because many people ask me, okay, for telecom industry as well, do we need to read C? Okay, and if you want to read C, to what extent we need to read? What are the kind of questions that they would ask? So one of the questions that I've already explained over here. On a similar lines, I will try to see that I will try to list few more questions with respect to C in the upcoming video, and I will try to bring in other interview questions with respect to wireless concepts as well. Please stay tuned in this particular playlist. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye bye.